What's up, everybody? This is our second episode of Voices of the Tower. Um, we are going to cover a few things this week in regards to data mines of trials, the buffs, and the quotation mark other buffs that went out with the TWAB and the update, and maybe hypothesizing a little bit of where Destiny goes if you know it follows the Bastion timeline of us dying. So let's just jump into it. I am joined by Kain,
Hello.
and as always, my sexy ginger Jabberjocky.
Hey, what's up, Guardians?
Just a warning: you hear any kid in the background? That is my kid. He is awake. He is an insomniac, and I apologize for any yells and shouts you might hear. So, just to cover a little bit of news, we're just gonna just breeze over it because I do want to document it. The great Destiny outage of 2020, where they literally rolled out a hot fix or a patch, and it literally wiped out Glimmer, other materials from Guardians. I saw one on Twitter. It wasn't confirmed, but an entire Titan was wiped out from a player. So that went out. It caused Bungie to go up into, the alarms went off at Bungie. They shut the game down. They had to rework it. They kept us in the loop hour to hour, which being at work, it didn't affect me. And I know most of us were working or asleep. It didn't affect us for the most part, but it was appreciated that they kept us in the loop hour to hour, telling us, they're doing their best. We understand that their patch team sucks, but I mean, DMG did a really good job of just staying on top of it, trying to keep heads cool, and they did the first ever rollback in Destiny's history over one or Destiny 2, of where they literally, I guess they saved the game before they updated. They basically joined that save file with the patch, and then they just brought it back online. Because other than that, I believe there was no other way to bring that up. So just for documentation purposes, and I think that was actually pretty neat and pretty cool. I don't think any other game has done that. But just jumping straight into the TWAB a little bit. Hardlight. I know Gail and I have messed with Hardlight. Jabber, have you messed with Hardlight and Crucible?
I have not. I have not had the pleasure yet.
Um, I can attest to it literally being just like laser tag weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was using comp the other day, just for shits and giggles. You know, those ricochet rounds really fucking help you. At times, I mean, if you're just like being messy and don't really know where your target is, just hit fire, hope for the best, and see what happens after that. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's fun. Enjoy it. It's literally a hard light, with accuracy this time around, and I appreciate it because I can like it's fun. It's good to use. It doesn't feel a, like a like a like a niche weapon.
Yeah, like it actually has a purpose, and especially if you have the catalyst, it really, oh man, like you can laser beam people in the fucking head, man. It's crits galore. And it was so much fun to use that we wrecked a team, and we stayed in the lobby just for shits and giggles. And in the following match, we teamed up, like we went up against them. They busted out their hard light in the downtime, and then we got wrecked because I think it was 4 versus 2 of us with hard light, and it literally you were
Mm-hmm.
seeing. That's why I say it was like laser tag weekend. It was like those lights were just going back and forth. It was ricocheting all over the walls. It was actually pretty fun, and it was just very arcadey.
I mean, for pretense or context, whatever the fuck. Um, the game before I was going off, I did do very good, and like honestly, like going to the next game, like I didn't have a fucking clue. Like we were gonna go up against them again, and and so what we did, whatever, we were Mercury, and then like these dudes started like emoting on me every time they killed me, and I'm just like, the fuck did I do? And then like I mean, I'm just like, oh, I mean, I'm gonna just take a hint. They're using hard light. I'm using hard light. Last game they were not definitely not using this shit. I mean, and then like at the end of the day, like they didn't even like buff the gun. It's they literally just fixed the recoil. This gun's always hit like this.
Not the
I mean,
recoil, the screen shake, which was awful.
well the screen
It was
shake like
seizure
it's literally
inducing.
just it was just a screen shake, and it's just like I'm like this is not like this is not me like flexing a broken weapon. This is me just using a weapon that got patched and I'm using it. Like it's not like I'm out here running like not forgotten or whatever the fuck kind of gun. That's like obviously like really really good. But I mean, I was having a good time. I was sniping. I was using that and whatever, man. Fuck them.
Well, I didn't play with hard light specifically, but I did go after my crucible ritual weapon, so I was using Arbalest. But and during during those wonderful hours, I ran into quite a few hard lights. A lot of people were trying to shoot it around corners. I didn't have any issue taking those guys out. I don't remember being killed by it. Um, but I will say that every year or every 6 months, I would kind of see hard light, and I would, I don't remember playing with hard light. I'd pull it out of the inventory, and I'd go and I'd try to play with it. And I'm like, oh, this gun makes me nauseous. I feel like there's an earthquake. This is awful, and I throw it away. So whenever I heard about that they were actually fixing the hard light screen shake, I did get excited, and just like many other Guardians, I got upset. I did not purchase the ornament from from
Which
the
one?
event.
From the Donnie.
Oh, the hard light dawning event
The
ornament.
silver one?
I
No,
mean,
it makes it frozen cold.
you kind of have to see it as Bungie's way of like a small little like haha jokes on you because they literally rolled this patch out as soon like not as soon as the dawning's over, but I mean what was it? We're a few weeks removed from it.
Oh yeah.
Like they couldn't have just kept that ornament around or did their best to roll out at least that fix
Uh,
because now
Honestly, I'm perfectly
even I'm
fine
missing
with the
that.
futurist chrome. I think the futurist chrome
Um.
is so fucking clean already, man. Like
I
Oh
I
have
yeah,
don't
that
know
one.
about
the
that.
chrome on it's pretty sexy. I don't like was it the Amalon one? The other ornament is not. It's not the best, but
Can we get like a
um,
techno like light show looking ornament,
I, I
like a
think the
Japanese
world just
Neo
needs.
looking?
I
I
think that's
think
for
I
Jake
think what
Rabbit.
the world needs to be influenced by like these days is another fucking Tron movie. Because I remember after like Tron Legacy, dude. Oh my god, I loved music. Music was interesting. Daft Punk. Oh my god. And anything else that got like influenced by Tron at the time was nice to see.
Yeah,
Like
for
I don't
sure.
know. So let's see what fucking Disney does with Tron. Come on, come on.
I enjoyed what the second or third Tron, whatever it's called, on
Tron Legacy.
Legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a real tearjerker. Fucking cry every time. Like straight up, it's a good movie. I think it's really underrated. Not a fantastic 10 out of 10, but it's like a solid 8 out of 10 in my book.
No,
And there's parts
it was amazing.
there's parts that
And
fall
then
short, but yeah. Anyways,
another thing that I wanted to also bring up was mentioned earlier was they apparently fixed Breakneck, but it's still busted. They fixed Rampage times two,
Sorry.
Rampage times two of Breakneck, but Rampage times three still defaults to a lower value than what it is when you just fire the gun by itself. I did some damage testing because I know Daniel was working, and it literally like from base it does like 680 something. Rampage times two it does like 2 points lower, and then at Rampage times two it jumps up to like a clear 100 and some points to 860 some damage. But then at Rampage times three it brings it down to like 740, which is way below base. Yeah, I know Astrocross did a video. If you guys are listening to this, go see that video. It's pretty fun. Astrocross is pretty awesome, and they're trying to compensate for the fact that it goes from 600 RPM at times two to 720, if I'm correct, at times three, and it's like that's still a broken value. Like just because it's going faster doesn't mean the gun should be dealing less damage. I know Jabber has some fun things to say about Breakneck.
No, I mean nothing fun about it, Steve. Okay. No, I mean it's a 450 RPM, like right out the gate. It feels good. It really does. It has really good stats all around. Right now when you pick up the times 1 buff, it does change to a 600 RPM, and you do get the rampage. That's fine. Now what they fixed was when you get the times 2 buff, for some reason it would actually lower the damage value, and it would remain a 600 RPM. Okay. Now I appreciate that they fixed that because there's no reason for a gun to be broken like that. But the thing about it is when you get rampage times 3 stacked, it turns into a 720 RPM. Okay. But the DPS is the exact same as breakneck with rampage times 2. Not the exact same, very slight difference, but it's just about the same. So what happens is you're actually expending more ammo in rampage times 3 and doing the same amount of DPS, but then you're reloading more often. So you're actually not able to get as much damage output. It's ridiculous, and everybody wants it fixed, and Bungie just does not listen to the community, or they decide to listen 6 months to 1 year later. One-eyed mask. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
Um, I mean, considering, you know, like just the way like Destiny is in general, like they always have like a glitch, the game's broken, something goes on where, we have to wait a period of time to play the game or, just random shit, that happens in the game. It's a game. Um, I feel like, when shit like this happens, um, instead of Bungie being lazy and like try like to just like fix it, whatever. I mean, I feel like it gives it a chance to be creative in the sense that you know, they can implement, shit like this into lore. Where I'm coming with this, it's like, let's say, for instance, you know how like there's like this darkness shit coming to us or whatever, it's already confirmed with like Destiny 3, if there's a Destiny 3. And I mean, we've already like seen it um in this last or when we went to the moon. It's like what if like the Traveler is like what influences like the way we use our weapons, um how could like the way we use our weapons, the way
They
we
got booted.
use yeah, you got booted. This is probably from being AFK now. Well, everyone's gone.
Yeah, I
What
think we all got
happened?
booted. I think because we weren't moving, so it kicked us out. Um, what
Made
was
you
I
Do I
leader,
gonna
keep
say?
Matt?
going?
Because I
Yeah, just
cannot
keep
see
going.
him.
Just keep going with your thought.
Alright. Well, basically, like where I'm coming with this is that I feel like they should like write it into lore. Like when shit like this happens, it's like you know like we Guardians couldn't like in general like from like all around the world couldn't get on for like a good amount of time. And I mean maybe let's just say there was like an Eververse like someone was trying to steal from Eververse, and instead of just like being like oh like like y'all shit got stolen, right? Maybe it can incentivize, like making a little like daily mission where we
For
have to
generations, the
go to
Dream
the
City
Tangle
housed one
Shore
of the
and
world's most
get like
trusted
shit that
guards.
was stolen from Eververse and
She is
like
known as
by
Ready,
doing so we get
Riven of a
reimbursed,
Thousand
just shit like that.
Voices, the
And it's just
rationale
like
of Ankara.
with
She
Hardlight,
has been
it's
taken,
just like obviously the
and her
gun was
death
fucking
is your
broken.
calling.
Maybe do something with the gunsmith, and be like, um, there's been faulty Amalon you know, product out there, and there should be there should be something that that your
Like there's
ghost
something
can.
wrong with the frame.
Yeah, like like there's something wrong with the
Like
frame and like your
we roll out the patch
shit
ourselves
like
or what?
that. Like we roll out the
Like
patch ourselves. Like we have to go to like a Black Armory site that was focused on Amalon research. Just shit like that. And make it
yeah.
interesting. And and just in
Okay.
general
On a
like
whole different
make
one
the
now.
make the game a little bit more tasteful. Like that's where I'm coming off. Like I feel like it would make it a lot more interesting. But that's just me.
No, and I get you. Like, that's one thing Daniel and I were talking about a little while ago was we can just do it from here. Or you want to do it from the tree?
Okay.
Oh, this wouldn't be bad. I actually like this location. Was the creation of like weapons 2.0. What if I know I think you mentioned necrochasm from D1. Like let's say we got a blue auto rifle, and then we could the more we played with it, we would unlock like experience points for it, or
I
like it
mean,
depends on the way you play. Like if you get if you're critting with a hand cannon, you can unlock outlaw with if you have 1,000 or 500 headshot kills. You unlock
bro.
outlaw, and if you're really good at like multi kills, like you unlock rampage or multi kill clip, like those type of things. So
Hmm.
like that would be pretty interesting because then like I was telling Daniel was like then you know my exotic hand cannon because you would level it up from blue to legendary and then in not like just how we're doing with our armor right now we dump resources into it to make it an actual exotic.
I mean,
um
I mean, do you know nec how you get necrochasm?
um no.
Okay, I think Daniel, like, correct me if I'm
I
wrong, but
kind of explained it to him.
I'm gonna just say shit. So I think it's like I think it's like either a gray or a blue fucking like a necrochasm on a rifle that isn't charged at all, and then you get a purple one, and then like I think by doing the raid or some shit, you got to do some shit. I'm just being
Now,
loose
you would do
just to progress.
yeah.
And then afterwards you get necrochasm, like the exotic, like fully energized hive weapon, and like you got to go through like steps to get it. You know, it's not
Yeah,
just
you would get you would
you
have
get
to
it.
wait for the husk of the pit to actually drop. You'd have to kill one of those hive knights and pray for it to drop. And once you got it, you'd have to get kills with it in order to upgrade it to idol and ally. And then and then you'd have to do the raid week after week, hoping to get a crux of Crota to drop from the Crota encounter.
Oh
And if you
yeah,
got
yeah.
the crux of Crota, then you would be able to level up your idol and ally to Necrochasm. It
Oh,
was a really it was a really cool way to level up guns.
and then where you're coming from with weapons, you can choose whatever the hell you want in a sense. Um, the way I see that is basically going back to the way you would level up weapons in D1. Like you would literally start from zero to 10, and you progressively let's say like in like D2 standards, you get outlaw rampage, a hand cannon. Like you at first you get outlaw, but the more you use the weapon and upgrade it, you get rampage. But like the way you're making it seem, it reminds me of the skill tree that D1 had for our subclasses. They're well, not very intricate, right? But like there was options. There's shit to choose from, and that's what I liked. And I think it's so interesting the way that they had everything set up for D1 in this when it comes to subclasses, because there's options. There was variety. Um,
Yeah.
but
That's what I
that's
was
where I'm
trying
coming
to
from.
like that's what I was trying to like get to was I told Daniel I was like that way my exotic my personal exotic sniper rifle would be different from his because it's something that I earned through playing the game. Like it's different. It has different perks. Sure, it it's something that he could do if he played it, but like that's what makes like that sniper rifle my sniper rifle. Just like right now at
Well,
the moment with 2.0, like it's our armor. Like my stats are different from your stats. My different from
Daniel actually
Jabbers,
have a
different from
point to
Gal.
say. So,
So like right now, like what
so
I'm wearing, it's my armor. I would love to have it be like okay, like this is my my hand cannon that I'm proud of because I created it. It's
hmm
I put the time into it. I
so
put
so
half a
so
year's worth of work into it.
so what I'm gonna say, it's coming from Call of Duty. It's
thank
and
you.
it's gonna lead to another point. When
Yes,
you use a
I know
gun in Call
exactly
of
what you're gonna say.
Duty, you prestige your weapon. Like you well, and like you unlock certain things. You can put like an emblem on your weapon, which shows you the kills. You can put your clan tag on your weapon. Really, I mean that for back in the day, that was a sense of personalization for what it was. And then like the more you use it, the more you can unlock camos, all this shit, whatever. Um, where was it going? Where was it going with this? I feel like Destiny, when it comes to that sort of stuff, like yeah, it makes sense, man. Like Ace of Spades was Cade's weapon, freaking Devil's Lyre was Shax's shit, you know. Like we want to have our own shit, but I wouldn't say we should make it an exotic. I feel like we should still keep it legendary, but kind of like have a new defining like class of weaponry rather than just being legendary like with like the rest of the fodder, you know. It's kind of like what I would put in that category, not to like just put it in there just because, you know, it is what it is, but like faction like weapons, you know, like those weapons like they're not with the rest of the like loot table, you know. They're unique in their own way because, you know, like you know, like they come from certain factions. You earn them. You know, not a lot of people have them because I mean you have to be in that faction. But you know, I would put those in there because like you know it's not with the rest of the other shit. You know, and in this case, the weapon that you would get, it would make sense if they would come from factions because like it would give like being in a faction a reason to exist, you know, because you that's where you can get those weapons from and really make them your own, you know, and then like in D1 you could with the gunsmith like you whenever you'd level up you'd earn motes of light and and um and let's say like you weren't satisfied with your role, you'd go to the gunsmith and you'd like use your or motes of light to like re-roll your weapon. But in this case, we could probably find another like way to use like some kind of fucking like material we already have or something new, maybe fractaline, I don't know, to like, you know, fuck with your weapon, you know, do some shit, you know, keep a consistent currency going, or make Glimmer a little bit more important because I mean, as far as I see, Glimmer is fucking worthless. I could give a shit, but apparently this is the world's currency. But I don't see it as valuable. I see it as just some shit I get. You know, other shit is more valuable than this than fucking Glimmer. But yeah, that's
Show
where I'm
money.
coming.
It has no value.
Yeah,
Well,
And
let me
what
but
were
let
you gonna
me
say?
let me throw my 2 cents real quick. Remember Destiny 1, Destiny 2, you're playing, you get a blue gun, whatever, you're going to toss it behind you. You're going to destroy it eventually, even if you use it for a couple missions. What I would like to see is you get rewarded a blue gun. Let's say you like the rate of fire. You like this gun. You start getting kills with it. You get 500 kills, you unlock a new perk. You get 500 headshot kills, you unlock Outlaw. Okay, you keep doing this. And then eventually, once you get, let's say, 2,000 kills, 3,000 kills with this blue gun, you go to the gunsmith and he allows you to level your blue gun up to a legendary. Let's say it turns into an Austringer or one of those guns, and then you're actually bringing that gun with you. You continue getting kills with it. Well, another 10,000 kills, you get a special emblem, an ornament, uh, saying, "I use this gun. This gun is mine. I am a freaking hand cannon master with this hand cannon." I think that'd be a great way to bring guns with you throughout the story mode, also. And that way, you're not breaking apart all blues. Let's me and you talked about whenever you get a weapon, it can come with a little more randomized stats. Let's say Ostringer, for example, can drop with a range of between 65 and 85. So obviously you want the higher range roll. Let's say you've been rocking a 70 range one, and then bam, you get a max range one, you get a max stability one. You're like, holy shit, this is a great roll. I'm gonna start using this one. You know, just a little bit more variation there, and a little more reason to actually use the weapons. Like right now, you get an ornament from the Eververse, you slap it on, and oh, you bought an ornament from the Eververse. Yay! However, if I could get an ornament for getting a freaking 10,000, 20,000 kills and throw on this amazing ornament and have everybody in the tower, everybody I'm playing with be like, holy shit, this guy got 30,000 hand cannon kills. Look at the ornament he has. I just think Destiny 2 needs to start coming back to that a little bit more.
I mean, it would give blues a purpose. Like right now, we wish there was an auto dismantle in the postmaster for blues. Like that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Wow,
it would
since day
give.
one, I wish there was an auto dismantle, motherfuckers, man.
I,
And what we're gonna
Um,
get a shader fucking like some shit to fix our shaders in the fucking postmaster fucking bullshit ass large.
um, I don't think so. But so we're getting
well, the
close
shader
on
system's awful.
time. I don't mind it. I didn't play D1, so I mean, this is all I know. So I'm all right with the shader system. I mean, I can put as one with blue one with a green one, and just go on and just be funky. One
I'll
thing
send you a
since
link.
one thing that we do want to cover, I'll leave the other one till next week. Is trials. It was data mined. Supposed to be coming back with the new season. That's season of the redacted. Now it's just disclosed that it's season of the worthy or season of the worthy, whatever. I've never played trials. I know Jabber, you wanted to bring it up, so I'll let you take it from here. And yeah,
Well, I mean, I do want to jump into a few more games of elimination with you. I do want you to get the old Trials feel of it. Like Jonah knows, Trials
yeah, I'm scared.
was something special to us. We would jump in every weekend, try to make it to the lighthouse, try to get a special weapon. So bringing back Trials, a lot of people are against it because of certain outliers. One-Eyed Mask is still pretty strong, still the most used exotic for Titans by far. If you're not using One-Eyed
Aaron
Mask, you
Tuck can
feel
go
like
fuck
you're not.
itself.
Arantil, Lord of Wolves on PC. There's just certain outliers that people don't like. But I would rather. D1 did not have a perfect Crucible by far. Everybody complained every season. This needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. And things were fixed a lot quicker. But there's just certain things they need to do to change the sandbox. But bring back Trials in the meantime. I would rather get destroyed by a couple Arantils, even though I'm usually the one doing the destroying with the Arantil. I'd rather get destroyed with them, but at least have the chance to try to get something special, something new. So if they bring back Trials, and looks like they will, they need to have their own loot pool. They need to have their own unique perks. It needs to be special. Jonah?
Okay, real thing. What if Trials is seasonal? Like it's paid content. Like,
It
do
won't
you
be.
think it's gonna stay? Or do you think they're gonna use that $10 as a paywall to keep the cheaters out? Because I know on PC it's rampant. On console we haven't really ran into it. I know people are getting DDoSed and whatnot, and I know everyone's really concerned about it. You think they're gonna keep it behind the paywall, or you think it's gonna be just thrown into the Crucible, like emulation,
I hope it's
like
behind a paywall.
Control is right now?
Yeah, it makes sense if it was behind a paywall. I feel like it should. Um, I mean, I feel like it should. I can go as to like why, but I really don't want to. And I feel like whenever it does drop, I feel like Shaq, or not Shaq's fucking Saint is like should give us a token, like to like hold on to for the season, to like enter the like trials, to kind of like fucking jury duty, like it's like you gotta be selected, homie. It's like you like this bitch ain't for everybody, and if you're dedicated to the fucking grind, pay the cough it up, dude. Like it's a fucking video game for fucking Pete's sakes. Like for the free to play, like what's the like concept is very
No
like
free to play
popular.
should be in there.
Yeah, I feel like the free to play concept is so fucking rampant. I feel like I mean yeah, bro, like I mean I'd love for like everything to be free to play, but obviously there has to be like a fucking line, you know? I feel like, and I was gonna say that before they even like bring trials back, they should like retouch up a lot of like PvP orientated exotics. Like I mean, even though I love using Knucklehead Radar, it's kind of ridiculous. Um, Warm Husk Crown, they should touch it up, maybe a little bit better. Um, or
No,
worse, I
fuck
don't
that.
know.
No, no.
What?
I played when that thing first came
You
out.
can get a dodge every
No,
9 seconds. You get your health regen
fuck
every
Worm
nine
Husk.
seconds.
Fuck Worm Husk. No,
Well,
it doesn't need to be
well,
OP again. What they need to
well,
bring
I mean,
back is original Trench Barrel. Now that Luna Factions is gone.
well, hear me out, just hear me out, just hear me out. Well, like this is just me just talking, but
I know.
like they should just like touch up on every exotic like that's PvP orientated at the end of the day because it's not gonna make anything balanced feel balanced at all. Like I mean, at the end of the day, we can use our weapons. They can be broken and shit. I mean, whatever, right? But I mean, dude, some
Oh,
armor is just too ridiculous, man.
I just don't want them to nerf my RAM. You know, I just love dying and being able to provide everybody with a rift. I don't want it to get nerfed. I really don't.
The ram, the
It's
stag.
too OP. Yeah, the stag. It's too OP, man.
Really, you mean it should actually do something? And we lost
Yeah.
Daniel. Um, and now
But
Oh, that
Andres.
was
no,
me.
no. In seriousness, I agree, Jonah. They should retouch exotics. It's
I'll go
never a
back.
bad thing
I'll join you.
when they do that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I mean,
mean,
it would only make sense, man. That's what I'm
I
confused
mean,
about.
it's. I think the game is like Jabro was saying. There's a lot more outliers in exotic armor. Like I keep saying, Aaron Tail's broken. Like that thing has, you can get mapped. A fusion rifle should not be able to map you, in my opinion. Like
Hey, let's
Merciless, it's
jump
an
into fusion.
exotic. It should, it should map somebody. It's an exotic, but Tail is literally an exotic and legendary spot. Lord of Wolves, yes, like it's from what I've heard on PC, it's pretty bad. Um, but I just don't, I don't know where Trials is going to be because Comp was supposed to be a replacement for Trials. Iron Banner is supposed to be a replacement for Trials, and we're sick of it. What if we just end up getting sick of it after the first month? You know,
Mm.
right now jumping to
No.
Iron Banner, it's toxic. I go in there for the pinnacle gear or the mods, but I think
But I
for the
mean,
most part I
but
have all the mods.
that would be trials as well, though. You would go for the pinnacle we're there too. And there's obvious like there's
I mean,
it's
the
not like
loot would have
trials
to be
was just
worth
like
it.
a grind. Yeah, of course it is. It's not like trials was just like a grind for no fucking reason, bro. Like bro, like
Jonah, look at
No, no,
Trials
you're
of the
talking about
Nine.
D1 trials. This is going to be D2 trials. That's the difference. I
actually,
mean,
I didn't even really touch the two trials to be honest. I can't even talk about it.
I
Yeah,
played a few
D2
games and
Trials,
it
I
was
did.
way
It
too
was
sweaty.
not. It wasn't that. If you have something that's worth it to chase, you're gonna play in Trials. You're not gonna stop. If you can get an amazing primary weapon special, you're gonna jump right back into Trials, even if you lose. You can go 5 wins and then get 2 losses and feel bad about yourself. But if the rewards are worth it, you'll keep hunting them.
I
True,
mean,
I
and
agree
that's the
with
thing
that.
where if the loot's worth it, like what if they just give us another again, just not to go like beat this over a drum, but another hand cannon that is just another archetype of spare rations or midnight coup. Like these guns need to like shit. Give them 3 perks. I don't give a shit. Like not one where you can alternate. Literally, like give them 3 perks. Give them like hipfire grip, outlaw, and swashbuckler. Like
Fire grip.
even if it's like a shitty one like hipfire grip, like make it relevant. Like that way you can either it's a hand cannon. You can either shoot it from the hip or you can ADS and try to crit somebody.
But oh,
Give
yeah,
an
an
auto
intrinsic perk
rifle
would be
like
good.
yeah
You know, it'd be kind of it'd be
like
kind of interesting.
these weapons should
Okay.
be above normal because you're gonna be sweating your butt off to get it. That's all I'm trying to say is like if it's an auto rifle that's no better than my repeater, then there's no point. Like there's people are gonna get tired of it. Now, like I said, 3 perks, or you get to choose your masterwork, or you get to re-roll your masterwork, like you were mentioning before with the motes of light. You go to Saint, and Saint is able to you know give you better rolls for it than maybe. So I'm anxious to see it. I'm anxious to see what the loot's going to be. Whether it's going to be Trials of the Nine just reskinned weapons,
No,
or
nobody
it's
likes
going to
that.
be, or it's going to be
So,
like
can
I
I say
mean,
something?
shoot.
I feel like hip fire grip should like get a whole fucking rework in the sense when it comes to like sniper rifles and and shotguns. I mean it's hip fire grip, right? Um, obviously like with guns that have it, it's like it's I mean I don't even know what the fucking perk like what the perk does, right? But like I mean from what like my assumption as to what would make it better would be it would be just like a tighter shot package. Like
I
a
mean, I think you're
tighter
getting like hung up on the perk that I said.
like
Like all I'm saying is that the gun should have a third perk, like whether it's pulse monitor,
Yeah,
threat detector. Like just
surround.
give it a
Yeah,
oh
third
well
perk.
well
Like give it an extra perk if it's gonna be a trials gun and it's gonna be worth your time to sweat and be at it for 10 hours like on a weekend trying to get that gun. Like maybe Bungie should look into that. Of you know what,
yeah,
these
I was
weapons are
hurting
special
myself.
weapons. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I didn't mean to cut you off, but like I was hearing you talking. I'm like, no, you're getting hung up on hipfire grip, the perk itself. All I'm saying is that the trials guns should have a third perk, or maybe you could pick the perk yourself. Whatever fits the player's needs. I don't see that
Hey,
happening. That's
hey Daniel, and D1, did they ever like open up like the area like in the lighthouse,
I'm
or
trying to
was it
think.
just like or was it like you just like get in there, then you go to that
I
chest room area and that's it? Because I remember like there
No,
was like
no.
this like
Then
wall that
after
like
you
that.
access the lighthouse for until reset, you could always just jump in and re-access it.
Oh no,
It would
no,
it would
yeah, yeah.
appear on your map.
But remember like on the way to like the chest room, there's like this like wall with like a force field that like I always like wondered like what the fuck's like this way, and this
Yeah,
place looks
no,
like this place looks habitated, or some shit. I
no,
feel
they
like they
never
should bring
made
that
it
place
more
back.
accessible.
And yeah, exactly, dude. So they should literally just bring that place back and like kind of like rehash it, kind of like fucking like a lot of shit this game did. I don't know. I have a question.
any final things to say. We're over our mark, so let's just wrap it up with any final thoughts on trials or that weapon 2.0 idea, or how fun Hardlight is.
Mm. I'm
Yes, I agree. Arantil is
I-
fun.
I hate
I'm
you.
gonna keep
I
using
really hate
highlight.
you.
I'm gonna keep using highlight, I guess. I mean, it's not gonna be consistent in my rotation, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to like it and see where it fucking goes in.
Oh, make me leader.
All right, hold on.
And as for final thoughts, trials coming back would be a great thing for the community. We would get a lot more Twitch streamers, a lot more focus on trials, a lot more focus on Destiny.
Yeah,
There would
everyone
be
is
news
gonna be streaming.
stories. People would be coming back to the game. There would be a lot of PvP mains coming back to the game that have fled. Um,
To Fortnite.
Trials
Fuck
is
Fortnite.
something special if they do it correctly.
My thoughts are I'm anxious to see it. Like again, I feel like I'm being a dead horse. I never played D1. I'm excited, but I'm also scared of it because of that one time. Those two times we played elimination, it was nothing but hunters sliding around using slide shot and shotguns. Like if that's gonna be the gameplay that we're looking at least on Xbox, I am not down for that. So I'm hoping that they put it behind a paywall. They're able to protect us when we go in there, from peer to on the peer to peer servers, and we don't get hacked, we don't get DDoS or whatnot, and just try to make it the most fun experience. I know Jonas said like if they have to like maybe drop a patch that touches some exotics, weapons and armor, it would be great. So yeah, again, guys, I appreciate you guys for your time. I actually realized I did not introduce myself at the beginning of the show. Again, I'm Matt Prophet. You can find me at MadProphet7 on Twitter. Jabber, where do people find you at?
Well, I do stream on PlayStation 4 on Twitch at twitch.com/jabberjockey. And I also do have a YouTube channel, Jabberjaw, Jabberjaw. They will both be in the description below. Right, Matt? Right, Matt?
Yes, yes, especially the YouTube one. Especially the YouTube one.
Uh,
And Gil Kane, where can people follow you?
Uh, Look up Kain Flower. Kain, K
Because
A
you're a beautiful
I
flower.
N
You're a delicate
flower.
little flower.
I'm a beautiful, interesting flower.
You're so fucking cute, bro.
And dude, I'm so fucking cute, dog.
and
Um,
wait, before we
and
go, I would like to
hold
mention
up, Daniel. I
next week's
have
video is
one
going
more
to be
thing to
about
say.
Jonah's next week's video is
Oh
going
my
to be
god.
entirely about Jonah's opinions on Hipfire Grip.
Enemies all around you.
They're gonna be coherent thoughts this time around.
Oh, no, I was gonna say how Patrick Mahomes broke the fucking Madden curse, dog.
I actually noticed that. Yeah, he broke it.
Oh, he
Congratulations
did.
to the
It's
Chiefs.
true.
But then again,
Nice.
it was Jimmy G, so whatever. So yeah, so we'll leave you with that, guys. Daniel thought it'd be fun to bring us into Rumble and probably try to murk me before this thing ends. So I'm gonna end it before they find me. So again, thank you for listening. Drop your likes, drop your comments. Full disclosure, Jonah was a little, Gail was a little buzzed. But I enjoy hearing him rant. I just didn't want to. I didn't want him to hurt himself over hipfire grip. So again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Ooh.
Please drop us a like. We'll see you next time, Guardians.